Eagles. That's the Eagles chant.
Oh.
We were talking about losers.
Yes.
So talking about losers, we got to talk about the New York Giants. And if you stayed up last night, wasting your time watching Big Blue, it was very depressing, Marty.
Well, I had told you that the rushing game was a total of 29 yards for the Giants.
And I wasn't aware of this. They played in Moscow?
No.
Oh, you said it was a Russian game. I'm sorry.
No. Please don't give me the definition of Himalayan. What I didn't say, in addition to the rushing yards being 29 yards for the whole game for the Giants, is Manning threw for only 113 yards for almost the entire game until the last few minutes of the fourth quarter when he had put up a good drive. But still, for the total was like only 230 some odd yards total passing. And you had 29 yards on that. That didn't even break 300 yards for total yards. And the Eagles, who we've said it before, they're a team that just disintegrated. They actually had a pretty good defense because their secondary is one of the weakest in the leagues. But Manning couldn't throw on them.
They fell apart, and the Eagles are still in this thing. As bad as they
Isn't
played, they're still alive. Right now, Cowboys are in first place.
Right. That's what's happened. However, that's what happens when you come from a strong division, where because the NFC East has always been traditionally the strongest division in the NFL. And so you always have three, rarely the Redskins, but you always have those three, Dallas, Eagles, and Giants, fighting and clawing to the end of the season who's going to get in the playoffs or a wild card team.
They should change their name. They're so bad, Marty.
To who?
Redskins should be the Washington Foreskins. They're just awful.
Oh, that's horrible. I hate to see the logo on the helmet.
Well, it's kind of one and the other. They're almost one and the same. What happens when you're circumcised? You get scalped. So it kind of relates. But Philadelphia beating the Giants 17-10. It was just pitiful. I'd rather have I don't know. I'd rather watch old people have sex.
Do you know that the Cleveland Indians and the Washington Redskins, there are lawsuits for years. Almost every year there's a brand new one to get those teams to change their name because it's racist. Now, I don't know why it's racist saying Cleveland Indians, because I think they're, if anything, I think they're saying, hey, they were great warriors. That's a compliment, and we want to use them as a logo.
But they don't want to be used as a mascot. They don't want to be used as a gimmick.
Well, yeah, I guess Washington Redskins. I mean, you can't say something like, can you imagine something if a team was put together and you call it the Duluth Blackskins or the Irish Whiteskins? So I can understand that Washington Redskins
If they do sue, Marty, I'm going to get some money as well.
You think?
I kid you not. I have Michigan Mohawk in my family on my father's side, so that means if there is a class action lawsuit, I will be reimbursed. So I'm a little bit for this lawsuit.
Yes, I come from a tribe myself. A lot of people, I don't share this with, but in my background, my ancestors walked through the western deserts, and then we decided to become Indians. And somebody said, what do you want to call yourselves? And we looked around and we said, where the heck are we?
Marty.
Yes.
I got to ask you something on a serious note.
Please do.
Do you know how these Indians get their names?
How?
I'm going to tell you.
What Indians?
The Native American Indians. There's a trick to it.
Oh, is that right?
One day, the young warrior was sitting by the fire. He says, Father, how do we Indians get our name?
I love the dialect.
He says, let me tell you. I could do a 7-Eleven guy. I can tell you, son. Let me tell you.
Wait, but are we talking American Indian? Or
American Indian. Okay, I'll take it. So the young boy says to the father, Father, how do we get our names? Son, it goes like this.
Uh-oh.
If the parents making love and it's thunder out, that baby named Thunder. If the parents making love by a fire, baby named Fire.
We're going to get thrown off the air.
You understand broken rubber? Yes, Father. True story.
Yes, and all those people applauding when that was not anyone from the FCC.
Marty, I'm part American Indian, so I can say these things. That's right.
Which part? Which part of you?
You want me to show you how?
Yeah. Well, if I bend over, I'll show you where the tomahawk split me.
How? Marty, enough picking on the Indians today. They've done nothing to us. They're the original Homeland Security. Let's see here. Okay, let's get our priorities back in order.
Yes. Oh.
Here we go. I love this show.
Where has the show gone?
Where's it gone? I'll tell you.
We used to have guests.
I guess not.
Tend to it, the Hippocratic Oath. You have to tend to it. But it doesn't mean that at taxpayers' expense. So if they rack up all of them, let's say, hypothetically, $2 billion, then you give them $198 billion, and you'll see how fast the things change.
And it does make sense to me, and I like your thoughts that each state, we should test a few states, let them be independent, no federal backing, and see if that state can survive.
What Mitt Romney did with the health care in his now, and I don't agree with it. I don't agree with that health care plan that Mitt Romney did in his state. But he said, which does make sense, one thing. He said it wasn't meant to be national. Every state should have their own, and if you find a state that it works in, emulate that plan that state did. Don't do a national thing that could be a disaster. Let the states decide, and I agree with that 100%.
Marty, when you're right, you're right. And I just got to say, after the Thanksgiving holiday, I believe we're moving to 9 o'clock at night. That's if you agree to that. I think we're going to do a primetime show. You
want to do 9 o'clock at night? But what time do we go off the air? I've got to play. I got my other 11 o'clock thing.
Right. I think, or it would be like 8 to 10.
8 to 10 would be fine if you want to do an evening show.
8 to 10, and I think 8 to 10 every night, but I believe Wednesday nights. I think there'll be a special time. I think Wednesdays will be from 9 to 10. That's the only show that will be 1 hour. So it would be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 8 to 10, and just Wednesday night would be 9 to 10, a 1 hour show.
Well, fine. I'm flexible. I'm like Gumby.
Don't tell that to Brian.
Yeah. Well,
he's licking his chops.
Oh, well,
he's saying he's pokey.
I was about to say that.
They say great minds think alike.
But sure. So you're not saying in addition. You're saying in replacement of the morning show.
Right.
So we got to let people know that. Because it's tough to get up in the morning.
Well, not just that. The station is noticing that there's more viewers listening online in the evening because they're home. Let's face it, at work it's tough for people to be able to sit on their computer and listen to the show without their boss saying, hey, what are you doing? Get off that computer.
Well, that makes sense. And I think what it will do is, when you wake up in the morning and it's like, get coffee. I got to wake up. I got to take a shower. But, you're all here. You just drive here and, boom, you're on the air.
That's right, and it is exactly 10:59, and you know what that means?
No.
Marty, if I don't see you before Christmas, just kidding you. We want everybody to have a happy, healthy Thanksgiving, but we will be back tomorrow. It's 10:59. Marty, you have something you'd like to say?
Yes. When does this evening's schedule start?
After Thanksgiving.
After Thanksgiving.
After Thanksgiving, so we will be here Tuesday and Wednesday. And Thursday, of course, we won't be because it's Thanksgiving.
Oh.
But Friday, we'll be back at 9 or 8 p.m.
And we'll have a Black Friday sale where Brian the engineer is going to be half price.
Marty, you're so racy. New York City, so long. It's 11 p.m. We will catch you tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. Same Matt time, same Marty station. Goodbye.